Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the BAM Sports Show. It is Tuesday, August 16th, and I am joined, as always, with my dude Ryan. Ryan, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Ryan's tired.
I'm very
Ryan's
tired.
Ryan is tired, but Ryan is here. We are excited. We got probably a shorter show for you guys tonight. We got some NFL stuff to kind of chat about preseason. We've also got the first NCAA AP college rankings to kind of go through and take a look at. Ryan's not a big college guy, so I'm eager to hear some of his thoughts there.
I
And
got
then, of
plenty
course,
of
we
them.
do have. Well, you're kind of you're an Illinois football fan, so I don't really know if you have an
Just
actual opinion on
surprised
college
that they're
football.
not on that list.
Yeah. And by surprise, he means he would be more surprised if they were. So we've got NFL preseason has started. Bears play this Thursday, play the Seahawks. Twitterless Rick is going to have his first ass whooping as a Seahawks fan by the Chicago Bears, proving that he chose the wrong team, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
His quarterback is already making excuses,
Yeah, COVID.
so he doesn't have to
Can't
play.
play. You can't play football with COVID. Drew Lock, come on.
Drew Lock, more like Drew locking it for the second string, baby.
You worked for that one.
Hey, I'm look. This is a weird time,
Listen,
right? Because I mean, we're like, and no one really gives a shit about these preseason games, you know? So, what I am curious to see, Roquan's traveling.
yeah, they're
So,
inching
and
closer.
the Bears have not fined him.
They're inching closer. It was a dick waving
So,
contest. They both showed each other their worms
they're
and
hammers.
flomp, flomp, like that.
I, I just, I don't know. And I said it on Friday. I think Roquan attempted to bully his way through it, and it just
It just backfired.
Keith says Ravens fans care about preseason. They do. Ravens have won what 21 straight.
All
I
of
think
them,
21 straight preseason games. All they've never lost a preseason game ever.
ever.
That's fantastic. So
A little bit
Zach
of
Wilson, go ahead.
former Chicago Bears news. Uh, Adam Shaheen on IR
Oh shit, what
after.
happened there?
Well, he didn't pass a physical in a trade to the Texans, and so they just put him on IR. I don't think they put a return designation on him. So they tried trading
Okay.
him, and now he's on IR because he didn't pass the physical. And then good buddy Anthony Miller, another shoulder injury, out for the season.
Ah no,
Yep,
man, I loved him coming out of Memphis.
I
I
did
was
too.
really
I was
really hopeful and high on
extremely
him.
high on him.
But to go back to Adam Sheen, man, if if you get the phone call, hey, you're being traded to the Texans, are you also not figuring out a way to fail that physical?
Breaking your own foot. I don't
Like
know what
I will,
happened. It's been
like
fine.
I'm missing a toe and I'll cut another one off. Like yeah,
I'll do it.
I
Let
want nothing
John
to do
Wick.
with that franchise. Ah, that's nuts. So we got the MILF man, or the I guess the Cougar Hunter. We'll call him Zach Wilson.
Yeah, the MILF man is Jimmy Garoppolo.
Why you say that?
He was like hooking up with or dating some MILF porn star when he first got
Really?
traded to San Francisco. Oh, yeah. Jimmy G likes the porn stars.
Good for Jimmy
Good for,
G.
that's what I said. Good for him. Good
How
for
about
Zach
that kid?
Wilson.
That kid the other day in the Little League World Series. Favorite actor slash actress, Alexis Texas.
I
I
looked it up to see
fucking
if there was like
died.
a TikToker or something. Like, there's no way this chubby little bastard is gonna. Nope. Yep. It's the porn star. I
Oh,
mean,
and then you had the other kid in the ranching gloves. You see that?
the what?
He had ranching gloves on.
No.
Like instead of batting gloves, just straight rocking some
Oh
ranching
my god,
gloves.
I love that.
Uh, it's It'll be exciting. I think that starts next week? Little League World Series?
Yeah, I think all the semifinals are over now, so I think it's like this weekend.
It's always fun to watch those little
Yeah.
kids. Are there any? Okay, Ryan, you are probably gonna know this better than I would. Are there any studs in the MLB now that played in the Little League World Series? And I don't mean like played in the Little League World Series now playing the League. I mean studs like Bryant.
I mean, there's a
Tatis
lot
Jr.
of guys that have gone through the Little League World Series. I can't think about I can't come up with any names, so I'm gonna actually look it up. Because I know there was like a couple of surprising, newer, current guys.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I know. I
Cody
think
Bellinger.
Oh, okay, really?
Yeah, he was in 2007.
15 years ago, Jesus,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Still looks stoned as a kid.
Well, it probably was.
He just looks stoned all the time.
Probably is, man. He is in Cali. I mean,
It's true.
it's in the water there.
Literally, it is.
Tonic water.
No. The evil.
So I think you should have a whole one of those at draft night.
You're out of your mind. I would have to go to the hospital.
No, you would.
I would have to go to the hospital.
Dr. John would be there to take care of you.
Dr.
Keith
John.
says Jeff Frazier was also in the Little League
Yeah.
World Series.
Yep.
Interesting. Yeah, it's always cool, like it's always cool for those kids to have that experience, that moment on ESPN, like
Yeah.
that's a memory that they're gonna have for the rest of their life. Now, my question for you, Ryan, you attend the Little League World Series. Do you sit in the box or on the box for the hillslide?
In the box.
People that sit on the box are. Keith says we will have an EMT on site, Ryan. That's fair. We will have
True.
an EMT on site.
True.
So I think a full. You know what? I would settle for 3/4 for you, 1/4 for the EMT.
I'm pretty sure the EMT could handle it a little more than I could. We'll see. We'll see what flavors they got.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make
So-
Keith drink it.
Oh, Keith. No, Keith's gonna be like, no. Keith's neighbors, I guess, were smoking weed too close to his house, and he was pissed yesterday.
I wish my
That's all
neighbors
there is.
would.
I'm just gonna shit in a paper bag and light it on fire and ring the doorbell and run for him.
Dude, we've got kids
was-
in our neighborhood like trying that shit now. They're like knocking on
Alright.
people's windows at 2 a.m.
That's how you get shot, kids.
That's what I said.
Like there's pranks and then there's getting shot. That's how you get shot.
I'm not a gunman, but I'd beat a kid's ass.
I mean, hell yeah.
Maybe, I don't
2
know.
a.m.
They're
we couldn't.
probably bigger than I am, let's be honest. Short guy.
They wake Ryan up. He runs outside. I'm gonna be making you a sandwich in the kitchen. Would you like anything else?
Can I get you a soda pop? You kids look
Some ice
thirsty.
cream? Oh man,
got
this
party
show sucks.
cups.
We're-
You said
we're
this
all
show
over the place.
sucks.
So
This is our best show ever.
yeah. Hey,
Like
we're
literally,
grinding, baby.
we don't have anything to
So
talk
we got
about.
NFL.
I was like literally, there's no big story to talk about right now.
Well, I mean, Jimmy G is still a Niner, so nothing has changed on that front.
Yeah,
Kevin Durant has still not been traded or retired, so nothing is.
nothing
How about
there.
Giannis?
Giannis said he'd be open to playing in Chicago if he don't get a deal. It'll never happen. Get it
It'll
out. He's
never
not
happen.
saying, he's not like putting Chicago out as his preferred destination. He's just saying to Milwaukee, like, hey man, I'll go right down there and they'll love me. I don't know.
AKA, hey Milwaukee, back up that fucking Brinks truck to my house because
Yeah.
boy's about to get paid.
Invent a new max tier and put me in it.
Yeah, Giannis here, the GT.
The G tier.
That's so funny. But yeah, not a lot of sports news going on. I mean, training camps. Luckily, the injuries haven't been anything, major or crazy. We haven't
The
seen
Browns are
any.
on their third or fourth center now.
Well, the Browns are a shit organization and deserve all of the karma that is coming to them.
Yeah, I agree.
So, I mean, they don't have a quarterback. I would like to. Okay, so I want to go back real quick. We didn't talk about this. I would like to applaud the Jacksonville Duval Jaguars, their fan base.
Mm-hmm.
Kids, moms, dads, grandmas,
Grandparents. Sweet
uncles,
old
and
grannies.
chanting "You sick fuck" at Deshaun Watson this weekend. That was amazing. And I have to think it's gonna be who was it out? The Stros, right? The Stros had a really bad negative fan interaction on the road.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And the MLB came out and was like, "You got to stop" or something.
Something
Am
like
I
it.
thinking of that right?
Yeah, I think it was with the trash can stuff.
So I think this year we see, and it doesn't matter where they are. I think you see the fans just troll the shit out of Deshaun Watson,
I hope so.
and rightfully so.
I hope so.
I mean, in all seriousness, actually, I hope that it doesn't happen and that he does end up getting the year ban. I'm shocked that we haven't heard anything from the NFL on that news.
I'm not. I think they're gonna wait until right before the season. Um, I I don't know which way to lean on it. I don't know if he's gonna get 8 games or if he's gonna get a full season. I like that he suggested 8 games and he suggested he pay a $5 million fine.
That's a drop in the bucket, though, for him.
Well, yeah, but uh, yeah, I just don't know which way I'm leaning. They're gonna go.
I thought it was weird that the Browns sponsored that massage therapist expo.
It was a
That's a joke. That's not true.
who knows with that
I mean,
ownership group.
they sponsored a booth, probably at least. The Deshaun Watson experience.
At
What
the
to
truck
do?
stop.
What to do if you have to do the butthole licking of an NFL superstar? Sponsored by Cleveland Health. uh. So yeah, so we got Bears and Seahawks on Thursday. The rest of the league will be on Saturday and Sunday. Is there a Monday night game this coming week? I don't think so. Not until league starts, right?
Yeah, I think week 1's the first week for that.
So that means Mondays are still for Monday Night Raw. Damn, what am I gonna do? I guess I'll have to picture that shit. Monday Night Raw and Monday Night Football. I can Manning cast it.
Yeah, they got Chicago and Seattle on Thursday. There's 3 games on Friday, a bunch on Saturday, 3 on Sunday, and there is actually 1 on Monday. I was wrong.
Is there?
Yep. Atlanta and the Jets.
Oh, so he's watching my boy Desi.
Under the big lights.
Under the big lights.
Week 2 in the preseason.
Hey. Although the way that he looked, man, he might be the starter there for too long. He looked really good.
I mean, what's his competition is Marcus Mariota. Like,
well,
I would hope you could beat that with the
I don't
draft
know.
pedigree,
Well, fair. So, and then you got the Jets. It sounds like Zach Wilson had surgery today. Do we know? Did you hear anything on that? I did. I looked on
Successful.
ESPN. I didn't. Was it successful?
Yep.
Okay, so I think they said if it was successful, it'd be like 3 to 4 weeks or something for him.
4 to 6 weeks, I think, is
Okay.
where it's looking at. I'm trying to see it right now. I think it's like 6 to 8, maybe.
Okay.
Somewhere in that
So not
4 to 8.
not as
week.
bad. So yeah. So I
Yeah.
would be willing to bet they just stick with Flacco, which it sounds like he balled out the last couple days in practice.
He'll be fine.
So stick with Flacco. Let Flacco go back to, Baltimore and do all that shit and get those W's. And then, did you see Brady Quinn just fucking roast Zach Wilson?
No.
Oh, he came out and fucking roasted him. I was hoping Rob was going to be on. So Rob's not with us tonight, guys. He decided
Rob's not with us.
he's no longer with us. He decided he wanted to go to the baseball game tonight, so he said he might jump on. I don't think he will. Decided he wanted to go watch Dylan Cease and Verlander Battle of the Non-All Stars. But I wanted to get his opinion on that too. But alas, Southside Rob is not with us again.
New York media's love for Zach Wilson is, quote, desperate.
Yeah. Oh, are you reading the quote?
Yeah, I'm looking it up now. I mean, like, I was never a big Zach Wilson fan in the pre-draft. Like, same with that tubby middle manager that went to the Patriots. What's that guy's name?
Mac Jones?
Yeah, Mac Jones. I couldn't even remember his name. He looked like a middle manager.
You realize he made the top 100 list, right?
He looks like a middle manager. He looks like he had just started his first week after getting signed on from the internship when he walked out to get his draft cap.
So who was your highest quarterback out of that draft? I didn't like Wilson either. I liked Mac. But I'm an Alabama guy.
Right, yeah. I mean, I liked Fields more than Lawrence. But they were still so intertwined. Yeah, and I knew Fields wouldn't go first overall. Because, I mean, Trevor Lawrence had been touted as, like, the next great thing for so long. I knew he was going to go first overall. Trey Lance, I didn't really like. Like, I didn't like a lot of this class. I was a proponent of trading that pick back to gain picks and then picking up quarterbacks the next year.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Mac Jones is on the top 100 list. He's 14 spots higher than Kirk Cousins.
Good for them.
I know you don't like that list because Roquan's on it at 94, I think we said.
Yeah, something like that. I don't give two shits about, like, these are subjective lists that some dude wrote.
No, they're voted on by the players.
Still.
I don't like the list because they're subjective because one dude wrote. No, the whole players vote on it. Yeah, still same thing.
Still same thing. I mean, I still don't. I don't. Again, it's subjective.
So since we're going to talk subjectivity, the NCAA AP rankings came out, and I know, like I said, Ryan's not a big college guy, so just a couple of things that jump out to me. Clemson being up at 4, I think Clemson's going to be overrated again. They're going to be, one of the better ACC teams, but I think they're that page has turned, I think, for Clemson. Like their classes, the recruiting classes have been good. They've not been great. They've still got a great head coach in Dabo Swinney. But I just I don't know. Notre Dame up there at 5. Notre Dame's always going to be ranked high. They're an NBC baby. You're always going to see Notre Dame up there. Typically, you see Notre Dame fall down. Now, last year Notre Dame ended up around, I think it was 8. So I don't know. But then again, you can't take into last year's final rankings into consideration, because then you've got teams like Michigan who finished 3rd at number 8. I think that's a little low. I think they should be higher than Utah.
Mm-hmm.
The Big 12 kind of jammed there at 9, 10, and 12 with Oklahoma, Baylor, Oklahoma State. I think Oklahoma State's the best of those 3 teams. I think their defense is the best of those 3 teams. I think you're really going to see Oklahoma take a step back. I truly do. Will's a great coach, but he's a good defensive-minded coach. He's not a great offensive coach. He's the defensive coordinator coming over from Clemson. You had Spencer Rattler transfer out. You had a ton of those wide receivers transfer out. You got Dylan Gabriel taking over the quarterback job there from UCF, who was good for his position at UCF in the American, but now you're asking him to
Yeah,
come
you're
to
going into
Oklahoma.
a premier,
Yeah,
not league, but
I mean,
conference.
coming off an injury, let alone,
Yeah.
like coming off an injury, he had initially committed to UCLA, and then when Spencer Rattler or Caleb, I think it was Caleb Williams said, "Hey, I'm transferring out." He said, "Oh, I'm going to jump ship to Oklahoma." So I think it's one of those things where Dylan was looking for the best opportunity, I guess. I
Mhm.
don't necessarily say I can blame him, but I don't know. NC State, you got them at 13. I think that's probably the highest that they've ever been ranked.
I
I
was
don't
really
know what
surprised
makes
by
them.
that.
I don't know what would make rankings put them up there, but okay. USC at 14. USC was dog shit. Yes, they had a ton of turnaround. They got a new head coach, new quarterback, all these new receivers. So I do think USC will be better this year. Let's see who else is there. Miami at 16. Miami, Florida. Like, come on. I just This is not 1990. Like, I understand at one point Miami was very good in football. They are not that case. It's not that case anymore. Pittsburgh at 17. That one kind of shocks me. They had a good season last year, but they lost a lot of talent on both sides of the ball. Their quarterback left. Um, you got the Big Ten there at 18 and 19 with Wisconsin and Arkansas. Excited to see Arkansas. Cincinnati plays them week 1 in Arkansas, so that'll be a huge game for both programs.
They're
It's a
always fun to
ranked game to
watch
start this
too.
season. Woo Pig Sooie, Arkansas.
Hmm.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I don't hate Arkansas by any means. I actually like Arkansas a lot.
Love the state.
I've never been. I've never been. I've heard
I've
it's really
only
nice.
been to one portion of it, but it's beautiful.
I had so I dispatch roadside assistance for semi trucks, and I had a driver there today attempt to say Kansas, Kansas. I'm like,
Oh,
where are you in Kansas? And he's like, Kansas, and I was like,
oh no.
Kansas, and he's like, yeah, Kansas, and I was like, I'm like Googling Arch Kansas. Nothing's popping up. I'm like, do you mean Arkansas? He goes, yeah, Arkansas. I'm like, oh man.
Good God.
You got Wake Forest down at 22. Wake Forest fans are not going to be happy about that. But Wake Forest, you're not a football school. Like
No, you're a basketball
that,
school.
and even then, that's debatable. Like,
Damn,
um,
they're getting it rough.
Cincinnati at 23. That one shocks me. I'm actually shocked they put Cincinnati in with us losing. I think what was it 9 to the NFL. Our starting quarterback. So it'll be cool. Houston, that's a big snub at 24. I think Houston easily deserved around the 15, 16. I think they lost one starter on both sides of the ball, and they were very
Hmm.
good last year. So Houston, that's a huge snub. And BYU, you're gonna always have BYU.
It's weird to me that BYU's even on there.
Yeah, but I mean, they've been consistently
I mean, Utah's
up
taken
there.
over as the football school now, though.
Well, yeah, that's true
In
too.
that state, because it used to be
Yeah,
BYU used to be the program.
yeah. Well, Utah's grown the last couple years.
Yeah.
They've grown the last couple years, so that Um, but that has been because of the Pac-12. So now I'm curious with the BYU going to the Big 12 if we see a difference there.
Who knows?
Because the same argument could be made about like Ohio State and Cincinnati.
I mean, they're gonna have a harder path, for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So teams that weren't ranked, that did get votes that I thought would be ranked. I did think we would see Texas because they are really high on Texas right now for some reason. I think they had like the highest, like the fourth or fifth highest odds to win a national title, which was really surprising.
Like for this
Um,
year,
yeah,
really, I
yeah,
hadn't seen
it
that.
was. I don't remember who it was. They had somebody on one of the shows the other day, and they were like, "Okay, outside of Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, who's your dark horse to win a national title?" And they're like Texas, and I was like, "What?" Um, Penn State, Iowa, neither of them are ranked. I think that's probably the first time in probably 10, no, probably not that long, but probably at least 5, 6 years that one of them has not been ranked at least.
They'll be up there though. I think they're definitely better than not being in that top 25.
Yeah, and I mean you got to think the 5 teams, so 26 through 30 are Tennessee, Texas, Iowa, Penn State, LSU. The family down there in Louisiana, the family.
Did you just have a stroke?
Brian Kelly had a stroke, dude. Cringe ass fucking Brian Kelly. Please tell me you saw that.
I didn't.
Okay, so you need to go to YouTube right now and look up
Alright.
Brian Kelly halftime speech LSU. This was like a week after he left Notre Dame to go to LSU and was talking at a basketball game at halftime.
What am I looking up? Brian Kelly.
Halftime basketball LSU. I'm gonna try to find it too. Sorry guys, if you're listening to this a couple of days late, you're gonna have a couple minutes of dead silence here as we look for this awesome video.
He talks at halftime of LSU basketball game.
Yes, listen to it. Interesting, right?
You should pull the audio of that and play it under.
Oh, when I edit it
you
and play
edit
it
it.
out? I'll do that. That's a good idea. Isn't that funny? Like, dude, you were there for like 24 hours. You barely ate a fucking 6-piece Popeye's chicken basket. Chill out.
He's just. That was a thick accent. Louisiana Justice.
They hired him for his voice acting. So, but like I said, you got to think that first week of college football when they see these teams out there, and I mean, you're going to have teams like Cincinnati, Arkansas. One of those teams is probably going to fall out of the rankings because they're playing each other first week, So,
yep.
It is what it is.
Be interesting to watch. I'm definitely going to watch a lot more college ball this year.
Yeah, I'm excited to have Brandon Sanders on, not this Friday, but the following Friday, the 26th, before we have college football starting. So you can kind of talk to us. He does he's a big college fantasy player.
Nice.
He used to write for the Fantasy Footballer. So interesting to kind of get his feedback and thoughts on, upcoming players that aren't, Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, like give us a dark horse, a sleeper, someone that no one's really kind of thinking of that all of a sudden is going to be fucking really good,
Interesting.
Yeah, so that'll be a fun show. So we'll chat some baseball and then we'll get out of here. We'll get out of here early tonight. So Cubs won tonight.
Finally.
Yeah.
Extra innings game.
Yep. Freaking let's just we'll go through standings real quick, see if anything jumps out at us, and then we'll call it tonight.
Low energy Blake and Ryan night.
Nah, we'll be back on Friday, baby. It's an awkward, these episodes on Tuesday when we can talk about like Monday and we have the full weekend of football to talk about. It's different, but right now when it's like, well, I think, between the two of us, Ryan and I probably watch a quarter of football total.
Yeah.
Outside of the Bears.
Right.
So.
And it's just preseason.
Yeah, you can't look too much into it. Except Jordan Love did throw in 3 interceptions.
He did.
Reminding.
Just saying.
Right.
Mets are calling up Batty. Brett Batty or Beatty. I don't know. It's the top prospect one of the top ones in baseball. He's a third baseman. So it sounds like he is coming up tomorrow, I think.
That's starting to turn
That's-
into a nice little race there.
It is. It is. It's getting close.
Braves beat him again tonight, I think.
They did. I like the Braves,
I do
especially
like-
because now they're locking up all their young stars on good
Yeah.
deals, unlike the Chicago team, who just
maybe we'll
lets
see a
them walk.
Contreras win a World Series.
I mean, we did
again.
last year.
That's why I said again.
Let's see. Where am I at? Standings. No real big surprises outside of I don't think any of us had the Cleveland Guardians as high as they are. They're leading the
Nope.
AL Central. Astros are 11 and a half games up in the West, you know. That's pretty much a decided one. I don't think there's enough baseball for the Mariners to catch up. They'd be
Mariners
like-
are in the wild card spot though, yeah.
They are. They are the second wild card team.
Interesting.
So, Tampa Bay, Mariners, and Blue Jays are they.
Tampa won again tonight. They beat the Yankees.
Mm-hmm.
Yankees have been struggling since that break, man.
They are on a slide right now. They haven't won any of the past 11 series, I think is what it was.
Ooh.
That's not sustainable.
That
That
is
gap
not
is closing.
sustainable.
Tampa Bay is only 9 games out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not sustainable.
Mets and Dodgers currently looking like the class of the NL. Mets are 3.5 games over the Braves, so they're still very interesting. I mean, the Phillies are only 9.5 games out, too. And if the Rays can
Yeah.
catch the Yankees, then there's no way that the Phillies couldn't catch the Mets. The Central is dog shit, to be honest.
Well, hold on. Philly's got to catch the Mets and the Braves.
Well, yeah,
So you got to survive both those gauntlets.
that's true. That's
So
true.
it's just a little different than the Rays chasing the Yankees.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure we.
The Central's dog shit. St. Louis 2.5 games over Milwaukee. Cubs
How many?
2.5. Cubs only 16 games out though. So
Did you see someone bet $100? I think yesterday that we were going to win the World Series.
that's cool. I wish I had $100 to throw in the trash.
Yeah, I don't. I was like, I mean, they would win like 250K or something, I think.
Yeah.
But it's like, why didn't you just rip it up?
Why didn't you just do $1? Just put
Oh, that's
$1.
true,
You
too.
just do $1 on a goofy bet.
Yeah.
Dodgers currently the best team in baseball, 80 wins, a 702 winning percentage.
Insane.
It's absolutely insane. I mean, if they don't win the World Series, then you know you gotta start firing people in that front office.
I mean,
They've done everything possible to get to that point. I mean, they're 17.5 games over the Padres.
that's insane.
That is less than the distance between the Yankees and the Red Sox. Red Sox are in last place and they're 14 games back.
That's crazy.
You know, hell, even in the Central, the Tigers are 18 games back. And that's from the first to the last place in that division.
You get an update on that White Sox game? Pull it up.
This is the second place team in that division is 17.5 back. Just crazy.
That's
The biggest gap is the Oakland
White Sox
Athletics.
win 4-3.
Nice. Good shit.
So I mean, I'm excited for that NL East. Honestly, I really want the Phillies to just kind of get hot and make it chaos out there.
Yeah. I
Like
think
if it's not
that
gonna be our division, make that shit chaos.
I would be happy with the Mets or the Braves. I just like the Yankees, man, or the Dodgers, man. They're just kind of. I don't like the way they built their team. I don't know
Yeah.
why. I don't know why. I just don't want to see them win.
Who, the Yankees?
No, the Dodgers.
Oh, well, I mean, I really don't know that anybody wants to see the Dodgers win, dude. Like that was when I moved to St. Louis, that was something that was weird for me, I guess, because when I was in Chicago, like I never really felt like Cubs fans were like, "Oh, fuck the
Hmm.
Dodgers." Like, but when you move here, and maybe it's because um Keith is saying that the Phillies center fielder went down with what it looked like a bad injury. But when I came here to St. Louis, I felt like it was like a lot of Cardinals fans were anti-Dodgers, and maybe that's because they had seen each other in the playoffs for so many times, so recently or
Yeah.
whatever. But I just, now it's like, all right, I'm over the Dodgers. I'm overseeing the Dodgers. Like, like they have been good since before the Cubs went on that run.
Hmm.
Which is crazy to me because we have been good. We were the best team in the league, and now now we're at the other side of that spectrum, and they're still fucking good.
Yeah, it's insane. I mean, like in reality, yes, they have built a incredible baseball club, but fuck them. I don't like them.
Well, yeah, 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 yeah. Talk about buying titles and shit like that.
Exactly.
And I think that's what frustrates me is about being a Cubs fan, right? Like we we could have done exactly what the fucking Dodgers have done.
Yep.
The Cubs could have spent every penny and every dime the Dodgers have spent, but who knows? We'll see. We'll see. I'm tired of we'll spend next year. We've heard that for the last 3 years. So
I mean, they got Stroman. He was the best pitcher on the market, so they did spend. So maybe the pockets have loosened a little this off season.
like their buttholes.
No, those will forever be tight or
Mm-hmm.
loose, whatever they're into. I don't care.
What are you snacking on?
Cherry sours. I didn't know you could hear that.
Well, I can also see you.
Oh yeah, fuck.
As we are live on YouTube. So, all right, well, let's kind of wrap this up tonight. I know kind of a shorter episode or shorter show for you guys tonight. We'll be back on Friday night. We'll be able to talk about Bears Seahawks. That'll be fun to kind of really
Yeah.
get into that nitty
Yep.
gritty with Rick. Um,
Now
I
I
think Rob will be back.
probably won't be able to watch a ton of it. I'm gonna try to catch as much as I can, but that is my daughter's second birthday, so
Well, she should move her birthday.
no, she is the princess of the universe, and she gets what she wants.
Well, happy early birthday to her from us at this show.
Thank you. She's a good
And
one.
by that, I mean me.
Yep.
So, all right, guys, make sure you subscribe, tell a friend, share to a friend, tell a friend, all of the fun stuff. Please, please, please check out the merch line. We appreciate you guys as always. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, Ryan. Anything before we go?
Nope. Just
All right, guys,
tired.
I feel you there, my friend. All right, guys, we will see you on Friday back here. What's that, August
Date.
19th?
Yep, that one.
All right. See you guys on Friday.
See
Peace
ya.
out, guys.